Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I am Chelsea and this is my channel, obviously. The Curious Mom, because I am a curious mom. Hey, stop touching that! I make conspiracy style videos over here, also paranormal videos, weird and wonderful, unique and beautiful videos, daily vlog videos, mom style videos, literally everything. My channel has it all. And you guys should go ahead and subscribe. Yeah. Go ahead and get started on today's video. I'm going to be covering a couple topics, such as chemtrails and a national blackout. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, my first little tidbit on this video is I wanted to cover chemtrails. If you guys have ever heard about chemtrails, they're kind of creepy. You know, chemtrails are another word for contrails, or what they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be contrails, and if you don't know what that is, it's when an aircraft flies over the sky and leaves one of those nice little lines of cloud material looking, and supposedly those are just water molecules, just like, you know, if water was to evaporate and create a cloud, when engines fly, they do let off water molecules, obviously, and those just kind of hover in the air and create a contrail. So the theory goes, and you know, just telling you guys, these are theories, okay? Nobody come and get me from the government. It's okay. I'm just saying theories because I find that they're very interesting. And I'm not gonna say if I believe or don't believe in this stuff. You figure that out yourself. Chemtrails. Supposedly, and a lot of conspiracy theorists do believe in this, that chemtrails are, you know, a negative thing, obviously, because the government is out to get us, and they're trying to poison the population and modify weather and whatnot. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because the other day, we were driving, me and my husband and the kids in the car. You can probably hear Tozer screaming upstairs. He's supposed to be napping, and he's not. But we saw this weird contrail going straight up into the sky, and I did get some footage of it, and I will insert it into here in a minute. But they were weird looking, and I've never seen them that color before. Usually when you think of contrail or chemtrail, whatever you want to say, they are white, and they are cloud-like. They look like lines of clouds, basically. And these were like a dark, dark gray, almost black. Now, why would they be almost black if they're just water? Now, you know, there are some, I guess you could say that, you know, when you get a storm cloud, it is not always white. It's, you know, more of a dark black, gray color, and that could have something to do with lighting, the density of the water molecules that are in that cloud. But these were really thin, like skinny lines, and they were really dark, like an angry storm cloud. It was not a stormy day. It was actually a very nice sunny day here in wherever I live. And it was just a beautiful day. So I'm not sure why they were that color. If you have seen a contrail that color before, go ahead and let me know in the comment section, because I just have personally not. So I just thought this was a weird thing to cover, because it did fall in line with the whole chemtrail theory. Now, chemtrails. So people believe that the government is setting out these jets or planes or whatever, and in their engines, it's not only water, but it is stuff to sicken the population, to kill off the population. Some believe that these water molecules contain cancer, basically, to, you know, give people cancer, and to just kind of kill off the weak part of the population, because we are an overpopulated country. So, I mean, that's just one theory on them. Another theory, and I believe this one is proven, I am not 100% sure, you should do your research yourself always when you are a conspiracy theorist and you hear a conspiracy, but that they are weather modifying chemtrails. So they are, you know, setting out these jets and these planes and whatnot, and to go up into the sky and modify the weather. Now, some people some conspiracy theorists, I should say that we don't really have weather anymore. That weather's been gone for a while now, and that they set these jets out to anger the sky so that we do get some legitimate weather, some storms, some rain, some, all storms. So, people truly think that's what's going on. Conspiracies can get really deep down to the rabbit hole of not trusting the government and stuff, and we've heard of like global warming and such, and I have noticed over the years, that weather isn't like it was when I was a child. Now I am only 26 years old, so it's not like this has been a really long period of time where we've just been going without normal weather. But I remember when I was a kid, a lot more snowstorms, just a lot more rain, a lot more thunder and lightning, a lot more wind. And I don't know if it's just because, storms make an impact on a child, or if it's like, is our weather gone now? But weather isn't the same as it used to be. And, California, that's where I live, going through horrible droughts. So we are constantly having droughts, and we've never had droughts before. When I was a kid, there was no droughts here. It's like straight up so dry here that like even a windy day can cause huge fires. And you guys have seen my California wildfires video, which is not a conspiracy theory video. I did not want to go there with that because it is near and dear to my heart, because if these people really did lose their lives and their homes and everything. But to show you guys what I'm talking about, when I saw these chemtrails the other day, here is some footage of it and a photo. Now, of course, the government has denied these accusations. Why would they admit they're doing that? Why would they admit that they're killing off the population? I mean, why would you even question them with that? Because they're not going to admit it, even if they did do it. Now, another theory that I do want to cover today, and this one is kind of not a long one, but I do have to read something. Now, I don't want to tell you guys this person's name that made this prediction because I do not have permission. No, I didn't ask them permission. It's not like they said, no, you can't use it. But I did see a prediction on my conspiracy theory forum that I have joined. Yes, I have joined a conspiracy theory forum. Why would I not? And this person made a prediction, and I have heard some stuff in the past about a prediction for 2019, and that is this year. So, for December, basically. And they predicted that there's going to be a national power outage, basically. Now, that sounds, not too bad, but when you really think of it, how horrible would a power outage be? How horrible would it be? I mean, think about it. You need power for everything. You need power for TV, for cooking. Think of it, like you need your microwave, you need your electricity to see, you need electricity to heat your water, you need electricity for everything, basically. And then you think of the other stuff that you need electricity for. And it's not just at your home. Think about your bank. Your money is all online. Your money is all digital, basically. And your money, let's say that there was a power outage. How are you going to access the ATM machine to get your cash out? How are you going to access a lot of stuff to get your cash out? And the reason I'm bringing this up is because the other day, there was a very small power outage where I live, and it really sent the public into a mini panic. So, and no, this wasn't large enough to be covered on any kind of news or anything like that. But basically, in the morning, I was set to take my daughter to her class because we do homeschool, and she meets with the teacher about once a week. So we were getting ready, and I had all the kids' clothes in the dryer. The dryer was not done, and the power just went out like that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, the power is out. How long is it going to be out? It ended up being out for about 20 minutes, which is not that bad. Not bad compared to like people who go through like hurricanes and stuff and their power is out for like ever. But it was out, and I'm like, okay, it's a very cold day and the power is obviously not on. How is my kids' clothes supposed to dry? And I mean, like, all of their clothes were in the dryer, like all of them. It was one of those days where just everything was dirty and I needed to wash everything at once. So that happened, and then the power did end up coming back on, like I said, after 20 minutes. So I was kind of waiting, like, come on, clothes, please dry. So they started to dry, but they weren't dry completely. Anyways, that's not even important. So ended up going to school with kind of wet clothes, not really. Obviously we had dry jackets and things like that worked out perfectly fine. But we had to go to Walmart right after and like do some pretty major shopping. And as we're shopping, the power just went out. And according to the workers, the power had been going out all morning and for long periods of time, to the point where one part of the morning, like, everybody was kicked out of Walmart. So they were like, there's no way you guys can pay for your stuff. Obviously the cash registers are down. You can't pay for your stuff, so you're just going to have to abandon your carts and come back. So as they were putting stuff away, still, when we got there and the power was on, the power decided to go out again. And this time it went out for maybe like 5 minutes. And we just kind of sat there in the dark. Think about it. Walmart does not have any windows, obviously. It was very dark. And everybody was just kind of panicking a little bit. My daughter kind of got a little bit scared. It was very dark, It's traumatizing for a child to be locked in a dark Walmart. And the power went back on. We resumed our shopping, and then we were going to check out. And all of a sudden, the power went out again. This time it went out for a really long time. I don't remember exactly how long, but it went out for a long time, and they were trying so hard to get the power to come back on. There was no way for anybody to pay for their stuff, but a lot of people were like, I've been here this morning and I had to come back and I'm not leaving my cart again. We had a goldfish, a real live goldfish, in the cart, and I'm like, I'm not abandoning this fish in a bag. He needs to be purchased. Like, we wanted him so bad. My daughter's fish had died, and this was like her little replacement buddy. So everybody started kind of panicking a little bit, and it was, a little bit freaky. Like, they were saying cash only. Who carries cash on them anymore? Like, who carries cash on them anymore? And some registers were working, but they weren't telling us which ones were working. Luckily, we got into a line that did have a register that was working, but everybody was just still saying cash only, no debit cards, basically. And we ended up using the debit card anyway, and it worked. So I'm not sure why they were still saying no debit or credit or anything like that. But like I'm saying, that kind of sent people into a mini frenzy. And this was not even that long. This was just half of a day worth of power outages on and off. And it was because PG&E was working on some stuff. Which is our power company. I don't know, I doubt you guys have PG&E where you live if you don't live in California. And basically, the whole day was just kind of weird. Like, it had me thinking, what would happen if a bad power outage did happen? Like, what would happen? People would absolutely freak out. How are people supposed to pay for anything? How are people supposed to do anything, go anywhere? I mean, like, how are you supposed to live? It would have to be off-the-grid style living. And nobody wants to do that. I mean, we're so, like, accustomed to our things, our worldly things, that how's that supposed to fly? So, like I said, this had gotten me thinking, and then I was on Facebook, and I went onto my conspiracy theory forum, and some guy, not going to say his name, had made a prediction for 2019 in December. So, I'm going to go ahead and read that, and I'm not going to put in all the details just because I don't want, I don't want to get in trouble. I really don't know the rules of how sharing stuff that somebody shared on a public forum. I'm not going to share his name, obviously. But he had a prediction for a power outage. And he basically had said the new 9/11 is coming December 2019. Poser. He just really wants these right now. Okay, no more, okay? You're gonna get tummy ache. Flew away. Okay. So basically he has a prediction that on December 6th, which is 6,660 days after 9/11, so this like ties in with 9/11, basically he's predicting that this is the new 9/11. December 12th, which is 6,666 days, just remember that, after 9/11, 2001, there will be an event much bigger than the original 9/11, and he's talking about how it's going to be a massive power outage across America. He had an entire like math equation and stuff on there that helped configure these numbers, which it did make sense, and that's why I'm telling you guys, because there's a lot of BS, predictions out there, and a lot of predictions don't come true, unfortunately, or fortunately, yeah. But it did make sense, and that's why I'm sharing it, like I said. And he's had written, Homeland Security, under the President's Council, released the report warning America of this coming catastrophic power outage for 12/11/2018. The report was released 366 days before the coming blackout for a reason. And that's basically what he had predicted, and he says that there's going to be a either one or over 1 year blackout. This would be, let me just tell you guys, this would be so bad. Like I've already described to you, the mini little power outage that went out here in my town sent people into a little bit of a frenzy and a freak out, because you need to buy things. How are you going to buy things if there's a power outage? If there's a blackout, you can't access your bank. And it got me and my husband thinking, and it got some family members thinking, maybe we should be having more cash on us at all times. My in-laws were at the gas station before they did even pick us up, and there was a blackout, like I said, because there was a blackout here at our house, so it was in the entire town, basically, and they were at the gas station, and the gas station people were like, no cards, you can't buy gas unless you have cash, and luckily they had some cash. So that's what I'm saying, like, this could be so bad if it did happen, and I really hope it doesn't. I really, really hope it does not, because just think of how scary it would be if there was a power outage. I mean, me thinking of my children, like, we need warm water for baths. Am I gonna have to be old school and like boil water on top of the stove just to pour into some cold water to make a nice warm bath for them? Like, thinking about that, I mean, me and my husband watch Game of Thrones, like, we are the biggest Game of Thrones nerds, like, ever. Like, we are actually in the process of transforming our bedroom into a Game of Thrones medieval style lair kind of thing. And, I mean, it's going to be so freaking epic. We've already started to buy some pieces that could go along with it, some canvases and, like, things like that. We already changed our bedding, everything. Like, we're going full nerd in our bedroom. But, we watch, Game of Thrones, and we see how they live, and you just think, oh my gosh, I can't believe that they had to do that back then. Like, for baths, they had to boil water and fill it up into a tub, and it's not like it's a normal tub, it's like a wooden tub, or like, it's just crazy, and the way they cook their food, and like, drinking rabbit's blood because it's warm, because they don't have pots and pans yet to boil water to make a nice warm drink to drink. I mean, come on, like, think about that. Like, it's just gross. But what's going to happen? Like, is it going to be like Game of Thrones, basically? Like, but those are my two little things for this video today. Sorry that this wasn't a longer, more epic video. Ow! than I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to add some more stuff in, but it just seems like this video is just going to be way too freaking long. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up so that I know to make more videos like this. And leave a comment in the comment section if you're new, if you just want to say hey. I usually do always comment back to my commenters. And if you haven't, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. That's at The Curious Mom Vlog. And there's not very many things on there yet, but I hope to get into the swing of things more on there. I mean, I try to update as much as possible on there. But there are a lot of interactive posts on the story and stuff that you can do that are fun and like you interact more, send me messages, whatever you want to do. But yeah, go ahead and give this a thumbs up like I said, and do not forget to hit that little bell so that you do not miss out on any new videos that I come out with. Okay, goodbye guys!